President Donald Trump says he is ready to shake up America's election once again. Late Saturday night, Trump went on Truth Social and announced that he plans to sign a brand new executive order, the focus requiring voter ID in every election across the United States. His message was sharp and bold. Trump wrote, and I quote, "Voter ID must be part of every single vote. No exceptions. I will be doing an executive order to that end. Also, no mail-in voting, except for those that are very ill. And the far-away military. Use paper ballots only." End of quote. This is Trump doubling down on his long-time message. He says voters' ID is not optional, it's essential. Supporters of this move argue that it's about trust. They say stronger rules will make sure every vote is counted fairly. But critics see it differently. They warn that strict voter ID laws could block some Americans from voting. Groups mostly affected could include minorities, seniors, and people who struggle with government-issued identifications. Here is the twist. This is not Trump's first try. Earlier this year, he signed an executive order that also pushed for voters' ID nationwide, but that attempt hit a wall in federal court. In April, Judge Colin Kohler-Cotley, a Clinton appointee on the U.S. District Court in Washington, struck down the voter ID section of Trump's order. Her ruling was clear. The Constitution gives Congress and the states, not the president, the authority to set election rules. She wrote, and I quote, "No statutory delegation of authority to the executive branch permits the president to short-circuit Congress's deliberative process by executive order." End of quote. In plain English, that means the president can't just rewrite election laws on his own. For Trump, that ruling was a major setback, but it hasn't stopped him. His new announcement shows he is determined to push the issue again, even knowing court will almost certainly step in. And this fight goes far beyond legal arguments. It's about how Americans vote and who gets to decide the rules. Republicans, led by Trump, argue that tougher voting requirements are needed to prevent fraud and restore confidence in elections. Democrats argue the opposite. They say voter ID rules risk silencing eligible voters and putting up barriers where none should exist. So what happens now? If Trump follows through and signs this new executive order, expect a fast and fierce response. Lawsuits would almost certainly land in federal courts, just like before, and the debate over mail-in ballots, voter ID, and paper-only voting will heat up again. One thing is very clear. Trump has no plans to back down. He is turning voter ID into a major national fight, and this battle over America's ballot box is only just beginning. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.